Falana slams Buhari for pardoning former governors Naira, Nyame jailed for multi-billion naira theft. Demand release of all thieves in prison. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Falana made the call while speaking as a guest lecturer at an event organized to celebrate 1 year remembrance of the late Yinka Odomaki and the launch of the Yinka Odomaki Foundation at Sheraton Lagos Hotel, Ikeja, Lagos. A senior advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, has said that President Muhammadu Buhari administration should free all prisoners who have been jailed for stealing and related offences. Falana made the call while speaking as a guest lecturer at an event organized to celebrate 1 year remembrance of late Yinka Odomaki and the launch of the Yinka Odomaki Foundation at Sheraton Lagos Hotel, Ikeja. The Council of State on Thursday granted a state pardon to former governors of Plateau and Taraba States, Joshua Darie and Jolly Nyame respectively, who were jailed for corruption. The former governors, along with 157 others, will be released from prison after the Council of State approved the proposal by President Muhammadu Buhari's government to grant a state pardon. Darie and Nyame were imprisoned for stealing public funds to the tune of 1.16 billion naira and 1.6 billion naira respectively. Nyame and Darie were governors of the respective states from 1999 to 2007. Darie's prison term was later reduced to 10 years by the Court of Appeal in Abuja, but his conviction was affirmed by the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court in February 2020 upheld the conviction and 12-year jail term given to Nyame for misappropriation of funds while he was governor of Taraba State. Darie was sentenced to 14 years in prison. Darie's prison term was later reduced to 10 years by the Court of Appeal in Abuja, but his conviction was affirmed by the Supreme Court. Falana insisted that it was stated in Section 17 of the 1999 Constitution that citizens were entitled to equal rights and opportunities, and so the state pardon has to be extended to all prisoners serving terms for stealing. Speaking about the restructuring of a country, Falana said that the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria should be referred to as Decree 24 of 1999 as it was not duly signed. He added that the Constitution should be seen as a decree which is fraudulent, adding that it was a legal document and not a legitimate document. He added, what the National Assembly has continued to do is to amend the illegality. The so-called 1999 Constitution is a really decree of 24th of 1999. When you say the so-called Constitution, you will not see the signature of the man who signed the law, and that is the fraud. When you see a law, the name of the person who signed it will be set out with date. Decree 24 of 1999 was promulgated by General Abdulsalami Abubakar on the 5th of May 1999, but today you will not see his name on it and the date that he appended his signature to the document. It is a fraudulent document in every material in particular. The decree was imposed on us by the last set of military dictators in Nigeria headed by General Abubakar, and because that document is okay for the members of the ruling class, regardless of their political parties, ethnicity, regional or religious inclination, they are comfortable with the document, so they cannot do anything about it, including all those who are campaigning today to be president. They want to retain the status quo and perhaps adjust it here and there, and that is the only thing they are saying. So those who are contesting, particularly on the platform of the ruling party, are saying we are going to continue the program of the Buhari administration that has put our country in a serious crisis. Nigeria has become a huge joke in the Committee of Nations, and so for any set of people to say they want to package this rickety vehicle and begin to panel beat it, it is not going to move. When they are talking of continuity, it can only be continuity of disaster, continuity of injustice, continuity of insecurity, and continuity of corruption. They are pardoning themselves right now. The same man who said he came to fight corruption has been granting pardons to people who were convicted of stealing billions of naira. My reaction is that all thieves and other criminals in our prison should be released. Under Section 17 of their constitution, it says that there shall be equal rights for all citizens. In Section 42 says there shall be no discrimination on the basis of class, gender whatsoever. So you cannot take out two people and leave the rest there. In particular, the government has been prohibited from conferring advantage on any group of citizens to the exclusion of others in the same category. If the government does not release others, I am going to suggest to lawyers whose clients are likely to be left in prison to go to court and challenge the discriminatory treatment meted out to them. As for what is sauce for the good is sauce for the gander. If you want to pardon your friends, you must also extend the presidential pardon to all thieves, because if the big thieves are being asked to walk away, you must also extend it to others, including the petty thief jailed for stealing spaghetti and noodles to feed themselves. If we were still changing decrees to act, the National Assembly should have shown readiness to review the Constitution with a view to restoring the federal status of the country. He urged state governors to set up panels of lawyers to challenge the federal government over issues that affect the effective running of their affairs, which the government had taken over. However, Falana said that the greatest tribute that can be paid to Odumaki is to keep up the battle for horizontal and victorious restructuring so that the powers devolved from the center will be democratized and exercised by the masses of our people. Odumaki was a Nigerian human rights activist and politician. Until his death in April 2021, he was the National Publicity Secretary of Afenifere, a pan-Yoruba socio-cultural group. Agreed. If you want to release the big thieves, please release all thieves in prison. This one, I talk. All criminals deserve freedom if those who stole billions in public affairs can be granted state pardon. Exactly, that is what he's saying. That indicates that even if himself found wanting of corruption after expiration of his tenure, the government should tender justice for mercy. Exactly. It is, and because this will be referred to, what of that man that even the EFCC, they even convicted him and they granted him pardon. Please. In Nigeria, we should learn to set the right example. The presidency pardoning must be there for prisoners globally, not in Nigeria. But it must not be for Joshua, Dariyenyame, or embezzlers, kidnappers, terrorists, bandits, and those who brought abysmal poverty to the state workers. I tell you, these are not the kind of people that we are supposed to be pardoning. Okay, on this note, we've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.